Alright, so here we are again. Everyone's favourite day. You already know it. Santan Sundays. I didn't actually have one pre-recorded for this, so I'm recording this literally at 2:30 on the Sunday, and it will be coming out after I've made this. But today we got the fire in the booth, the one that became joint last in the poll I did last week. Quite devastating actually, because you guys don't respect this. I remember saying, if you did see the one last week, that this was actually off YouTube for like 2 or 3 years. Someone commented something down here now. Where was it? Yeah, he goes, no way they unprivated this. It's been 2 years. What the fuck was the reason for it being privated? One of the hardest fire in the booths would have been way over 10 mil by now, with how massive Dave is now in comparison to 2 years ago. And that's facts. So basically all the comments that you're going to see are either months ago, recent, or like 3, 4, 5 years ago, because there was like a 2-year period where it just dipped and someone had a re-uploaded version. So you can still watch it on YouTube, but it was jarring because he kept putting his Snapchat on the screen and the guy was, yeah, long. But anyway, we've got Dave's fire in the booth. I'm going to be breaking it down, reviewing it, all that stuff. So yeah, let's go. But let's just get rid of all the waffle, because we don't need that. Straight into it.
Shout out Charlie.
Young Dave. Mad. How old is he here? 17? Crazy.
Listen.
My eyes still doing a madness.
Let's get him, Dave! Look. The other day someone said I was fake. I nearly lost my mind. I'm out on a grind for what? I put in so much time for what? The fame don't impress me. I'll still get active like Jet Li. I'm trying to stay balanced like music is a myth, and every song I make is getting easy.
That one goes over people's heads as well. Jet Li, I'm trying to stay active like Jet Li. Like he's still, even though he's getting all famous, he's getting this fame, he's still gonna be on crud. If you do want to test him, we'll do with that. But I'm trying to stay balanced like Jet Li, balance, active, like the whole. Come on, just listen.
Don't impress me, I'll still get active like Jet Li. I'm trying to stay balanced like music is a myth, and every song I make is getting easier to stray from the message that I bring to the table. You ain't eating if your friends ain't eating with. Dickheads, 09 take me back. I lost 2 grand last week and didn't make it back, and teachers wonder why I don't work well. I'm broke as hell, and music made me known as well, so I invested in Croton shells, cause where I'm from you slip you're getting poked as well. So Bun General or Sad, we're a bag of rebels. This crow's got a bag of bass and you're a bag of treble. How can I listen to a man who ain't playing when you talk about the game from the side like Gary Neville? I'm involved, I'm on a pitch, I'm a centre mid.
How can you talk about it when you ain't on the pitch like Gary Neville? You're doing like punditry while I'm actually on the pitch doing the stuff. And he's basically, you can hear the passion in his fucking voice in this. It just gets, the passion throughout it just keeps getting better and better, especially his cipher. I want to get to his Black Book cipher as well, because that one's fucking crazy. But what was he talking about there? The bit where he was talking like he invested in Croton shells because whenever you slip, you're getting poked as well. Like where he's living, he was in that life back then. I mean, probably don't know if he's in it now, 100%. But you know, the life never really leaves you. That like, even though he was getting famous stuff, he still needed to be wary of his surroundings, because people were trying to get him. People were trying to wait for him to slip up, trying to, you know, take his life, do whatever. So he had to stay protected, even back then. 17 years old, you know.
I'm a centre mid. I don't need to send for kids. I'll
Hold on, let me bring that back. Sorry, that's rude of me.
Playing when you talk about the game from the side like Gary Neville. I'm involved, I'm on a pitch, I'm a centre mid. I don't need to send for kids. I'll turn up where your college or your centre is and send you 6, you dickhead. I've let so many violations slide, G. Guys don't like me, and now they want to get a name. I'm waiting with a like try me, and watch what the outcome is. I'm a mix between Heath Ledger and Malcolm X. Outspoken, but I don't make sense, cause one day is put the knives down or put the peace signs up, and next day I'm at your home instead. Ooh.
And it's funny, this line actually kind of relates to what he, some of the stuff he said later in his career, especially the things about knife crime and like people getting stopped and searched. And then he tweeted out that was because like one of his mates got murdered and stuff, and he was just like, "Nah, we need to be searching more." And then obviously all the people, well, a lot of people were like, "Oh no, this is all like, you can't be talking about this, Dave. Yet you live that life and you still talk about it kind of, and you like he kind of contradicting himself in some ways, which he is sometimes." Especially in Clash when he's like, oh yeah, the zombies and all that knife, and then next day, like literally as he says in this song, sometimes he can be a walking contradiction because we are all humans. He's like, one day it's peace signs, the next day I'm at your home instead, all from a pride and respect. I bought mine on a tech. And then he goes into his college days. Come on.
A name, I'm waiting with a like try me, and watch what the outcome is. I'm a mix between Heath Ledger and Malcolm X. Outspoken, but I don't make sense, cause one day is put the knives down or put the peace signs up, and next day I'm at your home instead. All for my pride and respect. I bought my man a tech. 10 side days getting calls at like 9. It's a mess. I put time in my craft, an hour in my coursework and 9 in my bars. You don't know about grinding, my dog. I put my life in my art, my life on the line for my Marge. Real rap, she put put life in my heart, I give nothing less. If the truth hurts, I like being lied to. I can't deal with issues in the ways that I would like to. It's funny how I've always got a text to reply to. That's why I went and got 3 lines. That's a haiku. Paranoia got me stressing.
That's a hard one. Haiku is the 3-line poem that consists of I forget the exact syllables, but it's like 3, 8, 5, or no, 5, 8. I don't know the fucking syllables, but it's 3 lines and consists of syllables. But he's saying he's got so much text he has to reply to. That's why he went and got 3 lines. That's a haiku, but 3 lines, three numbers, so you can, you know, loads of different people at the same time, not just one phone, playing with 3.
Funny how I've always got a text to reply to. That's why I went and got 3 lines. That's a haiku. Paranoia got me stressing, man. I'm thinking that they're planning SLR. I got a cannon. I ain't taking photos. I'm aiming at your bros and taking shots like Tenerife. Then I'm out the door like I just got a shot for 10 of each. Pride will be the end of me. I'll just lose my cool and use it all over petty.
And that shot line as well. DSLR, am I saying that right? The camera, taking a shot. Canon is also a camera, but take it like Canon, you can bring that to like a gun or something, and then a shot, gun, but also shot like Tenerife. Tenerife, very popular British tourist destination place. Taking shots, like literally drinking shots like Tenerife, but also pictures as well. And the whole scheme is just crazy.
Canon, I ain't taking.
Hold on.
Got me stressing, man. I'm thinking that they're planning SLR. Got a cannon. I ain't taking photos. I'm aiming at your bros and taking shots like Tenerife. Then I'm out the door like I just got a shot for 10 of each. Pride will be the end of me. I'll just lose my cool and use it all over.
And then a shot for 10 of each.
Life has been an effery. Colour scheme's grey. Got me questioning my God and all the times I said grace. Rich Miller, I set pace. I've ducked youths down. I had to run the same day. Serge asked, tell me I'm just venting on a low. And me +4 might just turn up at your show. Me watching in the venue, man, we're leaving with your soul. I ain't tweeting little hoes. I need my peas to come and grow. All these catties on the roads, in and out, they come and go. For a month, they wanna know, so I send them to my bros. They give a damn about my age, watch my energy and flow. And give none of it to girls, cause the one I have is special, like a lover and a friend to me. You send for her, you send for me. Let her go, try it, man. A chick can catch fire like Katniss Everdeen. No chicks can catch fire like any one of my ex-girls.
Sorry, I just clock. I'm looking here, I'm looking at the thing, and I see some light here. And I think it's something, but I actually think it's just a light reflecting on some weird color hairs on my... Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Month they wanna know, so I send them to my bros. They give a damn about my age, watch my energy and flow. And give none of it to girls.
Wanna know reference
the one I have
right
is special, well. Like a lover and a friend to me. You send for her, you send for me. Let her go, try it, man. A chick can catch fire like Katniss Everdeen. No chicks can catch fire like any one of my ex-girls. Me, I couldn't breathe, I needed space, that was ex-hell. How could I wish...
Alright, before he gets into this X scheme, that Katniss Everdeen, like even a chick can catch fire. Anyone can get it. You don't just need to be a man, like a girl can get, but catching fire, like Katniss Everdeen, but catch fire, if you catch a fire, you might be catching a bullet or something. But literally, the Hunger Games film is called, like, Girl on Catching Fire, or I don't, something to do with that. Maybe it's directly, but I thought it was a girl on fire or something. Forget it.
You send for her, you send for me. Let her go, try it, man. A chick can catch fire like Katniss Everdeen. No chicks can catch fire like any one of my ex-girls. Me, I couldn't breathe, I needed space, that was ex-hell. How could I wish my ex well? I still got ex-hate. Bryson Tiller, I was trying to see my ex change. I'm Scott Summers now, nothing but an ex-man. Still trying to test my brain in the AM, that's an ex-am. Then it's on to a next man, still scarred by my ex-holes. Could show her true colours in a photo, that's an expo. So how could you ever bad me?
That is one of the coldest schemes I've ever heard. The amount of ex shit he had ex-man, but then he has like her ex-man, but then he goes Scott Summers now. I don't give a fuck about an expo. X-Man, literally the fucking her ex-man. But then Scott Summers, I'm pretty sure is Cyclops from X-Man, the guy who shoots lasers out of his eyes. Then he goes into fucking expose, like if you expose someone, but then literally expose from a fucking camera, like like the color shit, and then it. Oh wait, hold on, I've forgotten it.
Ex-girls. Me, I couldn't breathe, I needed space, that was ex-hell.
Me, I couldn't breathe. I needed space. That was exhale, like exhaling, but exhale. That's from his exhale, like his past.
How could I wish my ex well? I still got ex-hate. Bryson Tiller, I was trying to see my ex change.
Bryson Tiller's song Exchange. I was trying to see my ex change, but he was trying to love his ex, but his so don't go back.
Summers now, nothing but an ex-man. Still trying to test my brain in the AM. That's an ex-am.
Trying to test my brain in the AM. That's an exam. Normally, when you go into school, they normally do the test in the morning. Trying to test your brain in the AM. Early in the morning.
I was trying to see my ex change. I'm Scott Summers now, nothing but an ex-man. Still trying to test my brain in the AM. That's an ex-am. Then it's on to a next man. Still scarred by my ex-holes. Could show her true colours in a photo. That's an expo. So how could you ever bad me?
Her true colours in a photo. That's an expo.
How could you ever bad me? If I made 6 bills, I gave my right hand free and told my brothers no snitching. Still, I got some good friends I couldn't put in that position. Doesn't mean that we're unique, so we're different. Cause my G's have ambition. Past the streets, we see past the image. Cause you're the last friend by the grave of the prison hall. And you're the first friend to tell him to be a criminal. The young G just died, you're wondering why. It was you who gave him drugs and a knife. It was you, and now you're pissed because he caught another case. When you practically walked him to the gate, be careful you step with. Your gang, they will talk you to your grave. The road I'm walking is a maze, 6 paths like the sage. Had me in and out of rave.
Reference to his first EP there, six paths like the sage. But also the stuff that he's talking about here is kind of crazy. This guy's 17, and like not like most, but like a lot of like people like 17-year-olds, 16, 17, they're very impressionable, and especially if they've grown up listening to drill and all this other stuff, and they grow up in environments like this, it's very easy for them to go down a bad path, especially when you don't have a father figure like Dave had, which is the sad truth for a lot of people in that community. Like it's just crazy. The fact that he was 17 and he was able to acknowledge this then, like able to realize like this isn't the life, this is not the path we want to be going down. And he's even atting other people like, you're the person who did this, you're the person who brought him to the grave, you're the person who put that in his hand, you're the person who did this and that. And he's realizing this at such a young age. Hey, he can change the future, this guy. He is slowly, but he's early in his career still.
Who you step with, your gang, they will talk you to your grave. The road I'm walking is a maze, 6 paths like the sage. Had me in and out of raves, with a flicker on my waist to give a fuck if it's winter or I'll catch him slipping in the rain. And my man thought that I was slipping on the train, but he's pissed because I've always got a dip or a chain. I ain't a witness to the jakes. I'm trying to put an image in a frame for the lyrics that I've written on the page. The way I'm living isn't fake. Them man wanna G-check me, but can't do it to my face, cause I got killers in a cage. Show party or a rave, I bring gorillas on the stage. They ain't a rapper or a singer in my lane, a musician in my league. You man wouldn't believe that we've lost half our G's to jealousy and greed. And me, I think it was the weed, cause them boy there fell off. The same guys used to come around and eat gel offering cunch, making no profit. 2 grand off for cash points with no losses. And if they put me in a station and there's no comment, they can keep me to the sunrise from littering to gun crime. The code that I live by, I die by.
You just gotta take this part in here. The passion, you can see at one point he's like spitting at the fucking camera. Like the passion in this guy's voice is nuts. That bit there where he goes, you can keep me till sunrise from littering to gun crime. It's like, it doesn't matter what the fuck I've done. Even if I drop the Kit Kat wrapper on the floor, I'm not telling you it was me or who did it.
And if they put me in a station and there's no comment, they can keep me to the sunrise from littering to gun crime. The code that I live by, I die by. Man, you give your life for, you can get sky by. Serve like a drive-by. Yeah, I meant drive through like how, what, why, who. Take you off the map and have your mother thinking, why you? I've done so much wrong just so I can make the right move. They're still trying to draw me out. These youths need to sort it out. No one believes the stuff you claim to have done. You're on Snapchat, I'm on Radio 1. What don't you get about this? I made my mummy smile. I took myself to uni, man. I made my mother proud. You was in and out of town doing country for an older, probably didn't see a pound. You want.
People don't understand. I saw a lot of people get confused at that line because he was 17 and he wasn't in uni, but he was like, I took myself to uni, man. I made my mother proud. What he's saying is that basically he got the grades and he got into a uni, like he got accepted into a university. He then, I don't think he actually went to it. If not, he might have went and then literally dropped out immediately, but he was accepted into a university. At this time, he wasn't in university, obviously, he was only 17. But that's what he's saying for a lot of people who didn't understand. Because I remember when I watched this when it came out, bare people were confused. Like, he's not in university, he's only 17.
I'm on Radio 1, what don't you get about this?
Read between the lines.
I made my mummy smile. I took myself to uni, man. I made my mother proud. You was in and out of town doing country for an older, probably didn't see a pound. You want beef, I give cows. Better yet, I give herds. Ask Justy, ask Serge, I'm the realest guy around. So bang your doors up and down. That's from Whitemore, Swellside, Belmarsh, ISIS, ACAT, live for Scales, and yeah, you know the rest, innit? Free my brothers. Get me. My leg!
Alright, let's just...
Mate!
Get me.
Jeez.
We don't need to
Some
shout.
rappers calling my phone already saying enough already, fam. Enough already.
That was such a genuine laugh from the boy.
dude,
That was a nervous, genuine
it's a bit
laugh.
calmer still.
They're gliding in, yeah?
And he goes deep on him.
Gliding into this one still.
He goes deep. Hold on, I need to charge this shit.
Yeah, man. Listen.
Like that, Dave, yeah?
What he's got to think about this one still. What he's got to think about this one. It's a lot still. Listen.
Sorry, I'm just putting my fucking shits on charge.
Real rap, yeah? Cool. My mum, she taught me to be self-sufficient. She always said to put power in yourself. She shared her hours and her wealth so I could stand here and share this wisdom. Worked 3 jobs on a little wage from her youth to her middle age, and that was all so I could study right and live okay when it was cooking wood and little hay. I know my mum, she didn't break, still 4:30 dinner made. Let's talk about your system then. Let's talk about our place in here. Let's talk about our prisons then. When we're so stuck in London, people blind, we only see the ends. Out of 63 million, blacks only make 3%, and we have no say when you think, cause you refuse to vote. Like conservative policies ain't been a problem for the youths on road, and raps is doing law. He sat down on the floor and watched it. 2 members of a jury in a court playing noughts and crosses, bored as hell. They gave him guilty in that court as well. Didn't focus on the case, but he's in jail. I guess that all is well. No incentive to pay attention for a jury the system didn't pay. When
no incentive to pay attention for a jury the system didn't pay. And the stuff he's about to say after this is nuts. Because literally, like his mate Raps, who's now graduated with his law degree, when he went to the jury, and he literally saw people just in the corner playing noughts and crosses, and it's like a prop. Like, these people, the jury decides whether this guy like goes. They have a big influence of whether these people like get sent to prison or get sent on, like, whatever happens with their life. And Dollies just aren't even caring, because that's the system. Like, if you get called for like jury service or something, like whether what's it called? I think that's more an American saying. But like, no one wants to be there. You just have to do it. Like, you just have to do that thing, unless you've got like a genuine excuse, like you're about to be pregnant or something. But yeah, it's just nuts. But this one, you got to take it in. I'm not going to pause this one as much. It's not much barring. I mean, he is barring, don't get me wrong, but you just got to listen to it.
conservative policies ain't been a problem for the youths on road, and raps is doing law. He sat down on the floor and watched it. 2 members of a jury in a court playing noughts and crosses, bored as hell. They gave him guilty in that court as well. Didn't focus on the case, but he's in jail. I guess that all is well. No incentive to pay attention for a jury the system didn't pay, when most of them are bored, white, out of touch and middle age. Like, what on earth's a stabbing? Oh my god, I hope the kid's okay. Please take him off the streets for my children and my sister's sake. They don't need to see the details, cause he's young, black and guilty. He's got a gold tooth and a tracksuit, send him to jail, he's gonna kill me. We feel misrepresented, but you chose to jump on Twitter over petitions and referendums. I swear to God, I'll never get this. You claim to be
You'll say all this shit online, but then you won't go and actually vote. There's been a massive spike in young voters over the past couple of years, and I think it's only gonna increase, obviously, because as the young people get older, they literally mature. So people who are like immature at 17, obviously Dave was about 40 when he was 17. But people who are immature when they're younger, just when they hit their mid-20s, 30s, they actually realise, oh shit, we can make a difference here. And all the young people's opinions, or most, as it goes over, like, everything kind of changes. It's like a little wave, innit? So we're not quite there yet, but I mean, he was preaching this back in 2016, and I mean, we've made great leaps in 5 years, so yeah.
He's gonna kill me, we feel misrepresented, but you chose to jump on Twitter over petitions and referendums. I swear to God, I'll never get this. You claim to be active when I know that you won't make a change. You'd rather go to district with some bitches and then make it rain. I know some real guys that own yards and never splashed on cars like Artif and Wasif, who are still working hard in London when they got properties in Pakistan. I swear that they're my inspiration. We're the generation that's infiltrating all these different places, and we're the generation who mold and craft how the system changes. Black doctors, Arab judges, we just need a little patience now, we just need a little strength. This isn't for the upper class, it's for everyone that lives in debt, that mortgages and bills affect, that work away and live in sweat. For every single prisoner that comes home just to re-offend, not for any single dad that left, for every single mum instead, for every trap star that bangs stars and works the ends to earn some bread. I flirt with death and cuddle life, I work this pen, long Latin, I work a pen. I heard the devil curse these ends that took my brothers, hurt my friends, we lost our freedom and our lives. And if you think I'm telling lies, right, it's a 20-minute drive, and then we have a city filled with life, big business, flashing lights, 2 completely different sides, juxtaposed from guns and knives. They buy some clothes, we clutch a knife, for different reasons, most for pride.
See, that's the crazy part as well about London, and I'm sure it's the same in most major cities. Like, they'll have the big skyscrapers, big business, everyone's rich, everyone's going around, everyone looks dapper and all that shit, and then you literally go just around the corner. Like, he's kind of, sometimes he's like, this is like exaggerating here, 20-minute drive, sometimes it's less than that, sometimes it's literally on the same road. Like, you can have these extravagant places, and then you got these like council estates and all this stuff where it's all run down, the government doesn't care about it, they don't put no funding into it, it's all an absolute shit show. And yeah, these people are literally living with the rich but being treated so much differently. It's nuts.
20-minute drive, and then we have a city filled with life. Big business, flashing lights, two completely different sides. Juxtaposed from guns and knives. They buy some clothes, we clutch a knife for different reasons, most for pride. One fucking in this ride like Humpty Dumpty, have you fried? I hope you got money on your mind, but ours and theirs is different types. I'm trying to show you, man, the light. I'm trying to show you, man, the light. Listen.
Wow.
They both got money on their mind, but ours and theirs are different types. They're getting that drug money. These guys are getting that, you know, all the maybe becoming a lawyer, doctor, all this shit. It's just, yeah.
I'm trying to show
Kinda
you,
mad.
man, the light. Listen.
Wow.
Trust me, man.
Man like Santan Dave, you know.
Trust me.
Man, goosebumps and all.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone that got me here, man.
We didn't need that. We didn't need that in our ears, Charlie. We did not need that in our ears. Gotta respect the guy who can just call himself Dave. 4 years ago, this solo guy probably didn't have any idea how big this artist was gonna come. Was gonna be. No arrogance, no ego, no big man attitude. Literally just pure intelligence. He is hope for the new generation. Absolute respect for him. Yeah, there's got to be more people like him, and he's inspiring millions as well. This is the thing. This is the thing about music. When you got a platform like this and he can talk about stuff like this, especially with how fucking well he is at wording shit as well, people will actually listen to him. Young people will listen to him and be like, you know what? Yeah, maybe I ain't gonna do this. Maybe I'm gonna change my life. Maybe I'm gonna vote now. Maybe I'm gonna. Yeah, it's a madness. It's a madness. But anyway, this was a long one. I needed it. I needed to do this one. I need to do this one because you guys need to see this one. If you haven't seen this yet and you're still here, I love you. Because why are you here? Maybe you like Dave. Maybe you just like watching me. I don't know. Anyway, have a good day, guys. Bye-bye. In a bit.